angel of Yahweh stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his 2 servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way. That's another thing about animals. Animals, they can see things. Because why? Animals, well, they're not clouded through sin. Animals don't sin, like how humans sin. That's what clouds our judgment at the end of the day. That's why I read Romans, because they have a zeal. We have a zeal to do the right thing, but we don't because of our flesh and our emotions, things that get in our way, right? So it says, and the ass saw the angel of Yahweh standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. But the angel of Yahweh stood in a path of the vineyards, a wall being on the side and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of Yahweh, she thrust herself onto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. Now I'm going to move down to a point. I'm going to start at 28 here. And Yahweh opened the mouth of the ass, and he said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smitten me these 3 times? So the Lord put the spirit on the animal to actually speak, to talk, right? So that's something that you would witness. You know, that's a crazy thing. That's a spiritual manifestation.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Beautiful point. Before that, he's going to bring a precept out just to bring it in regards to judging angels, because this is not what's going on. But what I'm saying is, this is important to bring out, right?
Part of that power.
Part of that, exactly. What the men of the Lord will be doing. Bring that out to.
It's 1 Corinthians 6:3. Know ye that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
That's right. Simply put, it's well said. I mean, what are you going to add to it, right? What you're going to add to that for you younger men is that you need this faith that has to do with intuition, and how you get it, you got to beg for it. Ask Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai to give it to you, right? But you got to live in spirit and in truth, and understand that Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge is the stability of your times, the strength of salvation, right? We need the strength of salvation. No time here to be weak, right? We got to ask for those gifts, and God put that whole armor that He really wants to give us, that protection, right? So that's it.
Okay,
Was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Just to finish off,
Yeah,
right?
finish it off.
This is Numbers 22 and 31. Yahweh opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of Yahweh standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down to his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, wherefore hast thou smitten thine ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to withstand thee, because thy way is perverse before me. So ultimately the Lord opened his mind, and he saw why he was being blocked. It was an angel. Okay. Now, final point. You know, I won't go into it, but later on, when you get into the story, he just breaks down how when his eyes are open, he finally saw that the nation of Israel, they are destined for great things. So through this account, these elites, they read these scriptures, they go to their witches and warlocks, then their warlocks, they go back, I can only go so far. That's why the scripture says there's no enchantment against Jacob, because they can't do anything, and they see that. So they're enlightened, but they don't have the God gene to worship the Lord. You know, and that's what puts the difference between the pineal gland and the God gene. There has to be a right people to use it. Right? That's all I got.
This is Second Ezra 6.
You could plug it in here, right? If you need to.
Second
Oh,
Ezra 6.
no, I have another one.
Start at 53. It says, upon the 6th day thou gavest commandments unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So right there, it's already making a distinction that, yeah, we all came from Adam, but it also mentioned the people that the Most High chosen. So the chosen family, once again, going back to the Most High only deals with Israel.
Yeah. The God gene.
Yeah, the God gene.
The God gene that has that God gene, which is called the
I still have it.
vascular. Oh, hey, you want to bring it out?
Yep.
Yeah, bring it out. Bring it out. The God gene, and then.
And the word gene is going to the word generation, man. Like your lineage.
All right, yeah, there you go.
So you go back into the lineage of the Most High.
Right.
That's why we're called his sons.
That's right.
And your sons has your genealogy.
Yes.
The God gene, I'm reading from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The God gene hypothesis proposes that human spirituality is influenced by hereditary and that
Hereditary. See what I'm saying? So this is our heritage. Okay, at one point we were cast away, Jeremiah 17 and 9. Right? It says, even though this contains the heritage, so now we're getting it back. Our genealogy. Read.
And you can't get that from a woman.
Yeah.
You can't get that from your mother, because they'll say,
Yeah,
they'll try to say
impossible.
that.
Now,
Your
Salakia,
father.
I don't know if you heard when the brother brought out the definition. They said a hypothesis. When you break the word down, it goes back to an educated guess.
Yeah.
So they're trying to still sow doubt into you into believing into that.
Right.
And the brother just broke it down. So that's not an educated.
Yeah.
That's not an educated guess. It's more than that. That's an actual fact.
Yeah,
Right?
because
Remember what you mentioned? You said about in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth.
well, there is this lie.
That's good that you caught that.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. But it's, you know, you have to catch certain things. You know, but if you don't
Discernment.
hear it the first time you ask, so then you catch it.
It's a device. You know, right? Satan, according to 2 Corinthians 2:11, so when ignorant to his devices, and his devices is his words,
That's right.
right?
One of his main
One of his main devices.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to show real quick. So, in relationship to the God gene, this is Esau's God gene. It's Maxine's and this RFID chip. That's all he's got. This artificial AI, right? And if he could exalt to touch one of the elect to say, you know, then he would win this battle. But hey, we know the story. What we were promised. That's not going to happen. It's futile for you to get any of the elect with that kind of thing. So it's not going to work.
There's still more on it. You want me to finish
Yeah,
it?
no, continue,
Okay.
please. God,
It's influenced by hereditary and that specific gene called vascular monotomy.
yeah.
Transporter 2, so VMAT2, predisposes you.
It's mononomine.
Okay, monotomine. God, it's like that.
Mononomine,
Predisposes humans towards spiritual or mystic experiences.
right? You notice they try to throw everybody in there,
Yeah.
right? And that's fine, because the Lord used Nebuchadnezzar, if you understand the story, right? Oh, you wanted the whole image to be gold, right? But he didn't have the God gene. But the Lord can influence, right? Can influence you, right? Just like how he influenced this demon here on the left side to come up and be what he is, so he can be exposed, right? And he's happy about it. And hey, and you should be happy.
He marked himself.
He should be happy.
This is
Right?
kingdom, man.
But you young men are get to seeing how both sides work. What else you got? You got more?
That's it on that.
That's it on
yeah.
that, basically, right?
Yeah, there was more on
Right.
this actually. So, 2nd Ezra 16 or 6 and 55 or 54. So it says, and after these Adam also, who thou madest Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
So you hear that? The world was made for our sakes.
That's right.
Not for these heathen sakes, because they don't know how to keep the earth, right? They cut the trees down, right? And all the birds are falling out of the sky. They dump oil in the seas. You know what I'm saying? So everything to make this earth be a paradise condition, it's mashed up because of these guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Polluted.
And it says,
Bloated. This is the answer we're looking at. Bloated.
and it says, verse 5. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sake.
Israel's sake.
As for the other people,
The other people, not the other nations,
that's right,
This is the point here.
which also came of Adam,
because they say, oh, they're going to make everybody the same. They're all going to come Adam and Eve. So he said, as for the other people, read.
right? Thou hast said that they are nothing,
God said they're nothing. But
but be like unto spittle.
you ever been talking sometimes and some spit come out of your mouth? Do you care about that spit? It's gross, right? Like, well,